So good afternoon all. Today we are going to see the assignment number 8, Struts practical for Hello World application. So what is Struts and all that we have seen already in our theory. So we directly move towards the practical demonstration. So we are going to run this practical in a Eclipse mass version. In Eclipse, first we have to open a file menu in that new and dynamic web project. The same we have used in Servlet JSP. In a picture, you can see like file, new and dynamic web project. After that, you have to give the name to the project. So here I have given the name as Start1 project. Then click on next. After that, when you click on a next, it will going to show you such kind of screen, that is Java and SRC. No need to do anything here. You just have to press a next button here. After clicking on a next button, it will going to show you such kind of window where you will find out such kind of checkbox which is not ticked at a starting position. You have to tick it, select that checkbox, and then click on finish button. So this checkbox is used to create a web.xml file, which is your deployment descriptor, where we are going to write down some settings for Strut2 practical. And once you create this project, you will find out such kind of structure which is created. So this is your project name, that is Start1. In that you will find out like some file like this. Second one is this. So we don't need these two files. Okay. इसमें हम लोगों को कुछ नहीं करना है. No code we are going to write down here. What we require is a Java resources. In that, by default, it is going to create a SRC folder. So this is where we are going to write down some code. After that, the next folder which is important is web content folder. When you double click on this folder, inside that you will find out there are two other folders, meta inf. We don't need this folder, means we are not going to write down anything here. Then next is web-inf folder, which is important folder. In that there is a leave folder which is used to add jar files, and second file, that is web.xml. Whatever we have selected in previous slide, that is web.xml deployment descriptor, using that this file is created. So we will first do these steps. So side by side, we will see some point in a presentation, and same we will follow in our Eclipse. So here I have started already the Eclipse. So you can see here, when you start a Eclipse, just check out that here, this is called as a perspective. So selected perspective should be Java EE perspective, which is important. So step 1 is in Eclipse, click on file, then new, in that dynamic web project. In that it is asking for a project name. So here I am giving here Start1 name. So dynamic web project. So here I am clicking this Start1 name, any project name you can use. Then click on next. So here SRC folder it is giving, no need to do anything, just click on next. Now in this window, you will find out this checkbox is given to generate web.xml. So just click on this web.xml checkbox and then click on finish button. So once you do this, in a project explorer window, you will find out Start1 project is created. Just double click on this one. So here you will find out like first, second, then this is a Java resources. Just double click on this, you will find out SRC folder. If web content, double click, you will find out meta inf and web inf folder. Just double click on web inf, you will find out leap folder and web.xml folder. So this is a structure of your project, same as whatever we have seen in our presentation. So now we'll go with our next slide of presentation. In next, whatever the name of your project, that is Start1. So right click on your project name, then click on new and click on class, because we have to create first a Java file. In this Start file, we have to totally create a 5 different files. 5 अलग अलग file बनाने. So for every file there is a different step and different code you have to add in that file. So very first code that you have to add is just right click on your project name, click on new, click on class. After that, it will going to show you such kind of window. In that, in a name, you have to give the name of your Java file. So here I have used the name as P capital product. So product name I have given here, click on the finish. Once you click on a finish, okay, so that product.java file will be added in the Java resources SRC. In SRC, you will find out there is no package before, but just say our product.java, this file, whenever you will create, by default, it will create a package name as Strut1, means same name, whatever you have given to your project. See here, in a project itself, the name of project is Strut1, and in SRC by default it is creating a Strut1 package. We are not created. We have only created a product file. By default it is before adding product.java, it is going to add this package, and inside that package it is going to create this product.java file. In a product.java file, you have to write down this code. Now I am just going to explain this code to you. Here code is by default, whatever the package it is created, that is package Strut1. In that, the name of our Java file is product.java. So here public class, the name of your program is given as it is, that is public class product. Now in our program, we just have to take a name from user while we are running, and we are going to print a message like welcome and whatever name user has given. So only one parameter we require. So here I have declared only one variable, private string, and variable name is name. Now for this name we require to write down a two method. Very first method is get name method and second is a set name method. So whatever the variable name you will give, just add a variable get name and then set name. If I have used here age instead of name, if I have used here age, so what I will write down, get age and set age, that's it. So in get we have to write down return and variable name, and in set this dot name equal to name. Apart from these two methods, one more method that always you have to write down is public string execute. Means whenever you will run this code, so whenever you will execute this code, what should happen? If after execution, no error is generated and your code is run successfully, so it will going to return a success page. So this is a code of your product.java file. So now we'll do the same step in our Eclipse. So in Eclipse, right click on your project name, click on new, and here click on class. Here I am giving it as a product, and then finish. When I finish, by default in a SRC folder, you will see that this Strut1 package is created and product1.java file is created. So we will just copy our code here. In a product.java. Okay, just save this code. Now step 2, next step. First step, we have created a Java file and we have added a code here. Now next, again right click on project name, click on new and select a JSP file. We have to create a two JSP file, one with a name as index.jsp and second with a name welcome.jsp. So next, give the name as index.jsp, click on next and click on finish. In the index.jsp, you have to write down this one code. By default, this line will be added by Eclipse. This code we have to write down. Okay, now this code inside, you can see that first code is about tag lib. Tag lib is used when you have to create your own tag, custom tag. So here you can see the tag is added by S colon. Now such kind of tag is not available in HTML. So we are creating our own tag, and we are saying that we are adding a prefix here as a S. So before every tag, the prefix here is S. If I use here A, instead of S, I am writing here A. So every tag I have to add with a prefix as a A. So just you have to write down this code where we are saying that now here we have to write down, remember some connection. See here, in a form we have given an action and the name of action we have written is a product. After that, we are providing a text field to the user with a label as enter a name, okay, where user is going to enter a name, and then there is a button called as a save button. That's it. So this kind of HTML code we have written. Only for every tag we have added a S field, and this line we have added extra. So we will do this step again in a Eclipse, same step. Okay, step 1 we have created product.java. Now in step 2 we are again right click on your project name, click on new, click on JSP file. So here I am giving name as index.jsp. Click on next, click on finish. So here second file index.jsp is added. Only keep first line as it is. Okay, apart from that, we don't need any of the line. Okay, I'm just removing that line. And from my coding, from second line onwards, because first line already given by Eclipse, from second line onwards, I'm just copying this code and pasting here and just putting a control S here. Okay, this is the second step that we have followed. Now next step. Third step is again you have to right click on your project name. Again click on new JSP file. Now you have to create a JSP file with welcome.jsp. Give a name, click on next. Again, this line is itself given by your Eclipse. Only you need to add these two files, these two lines. So your first line is again, we are saying that we are adding a custom tag starting with a prefix as a S. And here we are going to just print a message to the user. Whenever you will run this code, by default, the file which will get run is a index.jsp. You will enter some name, and when you click on a save button, it is going to print you the message as a welcome. And whatever name you have added in that text box, that name will be printed here. So whatever the name text box you have added a value, it will going to print that value. That's it. Only these two line of code you need to write down. Okay, we'll follow the same step now. So step 3 we are doing. Again, right click on your project name, click on new, then click on JSP file, give the name as welcome.jsp, click on next, click on finish. So welcome.jsp, just keep first two line and just remove the other code. And I'm just copying these two lines from here and pasting here. Okay, control S. This is a step 3rd we have followed. Now next step. Okay, so we have added 3 files now time, product.java, index.jsp, welcome.jsp. Now next, you have to find out web.xml file, which will be inside your web content. In that web.inf file, you will find out this web.xml file. Just double click on this file. When you double click, you will find out that this by default, this much code is added by web.xml. We don't need this code at all. Okay. So whatever code it has been added, we are going to delete that code. Just remove that code. Okay. Now there are two tabs will be there, tree tab and source tab. So in tree, there will be some diagram. So you have to click on a source tab. You will find out this code. Just remove the display name. From display name to web app, just remove these lines and add this one code. Okay. So remove all the code and just add this code. So we'll follow this step here. So now in this project, I'm just double clicking on this web.xml. So here you will find out tree and source. So by default, it has been clicked as a tree. Just click on a source. I'm just deleting all this code. Okay, and copying this code. Now what is this code is, it is all about your deployment descriptor, where we are adding a code for filter, that is for filter dispatcher. In that filter dispatcher, you just have to write down the filter name, that is Strut to application we are doing, and filter class, that is where it is going to find out this filter dispatcher. So the location is org.apache.strut2.dispatcher. In that, the filter name is Struts prepare and execute filter. That's it. So this is a first filter detail we are writing. And in a filter mapping, you have to give a filter name again, same as a Strut2. See here, same as Strut2. And URL pattern is -* we are writing. What it means is that whenever you are going to run this project, if in this project there are multiple files will be there, like web.index.jsp, product.java, welcome.jsp, web.xml. So exactly what file first should be run by your when you run these projects. So you are just setting that settings here, like for any kind of request, just run the same project with index.jsp. By default, why we have used index name, whenever you will run any of the project without giving a file name, so by default it is searching for an index file and it is going to run a index.jsp. So now I am following the same step here, going here web.xml and just pasting this code. Again, click Control S. Sorry. And Control S. So all our 4 files have been created. Only one file is still remaining to add. Okay, now next step is, we have to go with a web-inf folder. Okay, in that, right click on this folder, click on new, click on folder. So just right click on web.inf, click on new and click on folder. In that folder, we have to give the name as classes to the folder. So this is a by default folder name. You have to use no capital, no small, just whatever I have given, you have to follow the same step. So here I have given here classes. In a classes, again in that folder, click on new and click on others. Then we have to select a XML file, click on next, give a name as struts.xml, click on next and then finish. Okay, I am going to repeat the step again. In a Eclipse, you will understand the step. Just remember what code we have to add in this struts.xml. So I will explain a code later. We will just first create this file. So first find out your folder, like here web.inf. So here I have found this in your project name. So right click on this folder, click on new, click on folder. So click on folder and give the name as classes and then finish. So in web.inf, this classes folder has been created. Now again, right click on classes folder, click on new, and you have to create a XML file. You will not find out the XML option here when you click on a new. So you have to go with the others, So in others, you will find out lot many options are available. Just go downside and find out a XML folder here. Just double click on this XML folder and click on here XML file, and then next, and you have to write down. I'm just checking out the name here, struts.xml. So struts.xml. So this is a struts related XML file we are creating. Click on next. So select by default the third option, next, and just click on the finish. Okay, here I'm just whatever the code I have added, wherever you will find out star, you just have to click on a Control S button. So in this start.xml, what code you have to add? I'm just going to explain the code now to you. Now here, first line is all about XML. Now this is all about your doc type, where you are providing that struts version or .dtd, whatever you are using. So then start with struts, end with struts. Here we are giving a package name. You can use any package name. So we are going to use a default name, and it extends the struts dot default. Now here these two lines are important. So very first line is action class we are creating, where the action name we have used here is a product. Okay, now where we have used this product. So here you can see P I have used is small case, and in a class I have given start1 dot product. So start1 is your project name. Whatever the name you have given in a project, same name you have to use it. Dot whatever the Java file you have created, the name of your Java file. So we know that we have created a P capital product.java file. So I am telling that in a project, find out a product.java file. Okay, and to whom I am connecting to that, the action is product. Now this action we have written in your index file. So I'm just showing these two things to you. So here, I'm just going in Eclipse. So you can see here in a, I'm just open this one. So here the name of Java file is product, that is P capital product. And in that, this product is created under the project name as start1. So we have given the start1 dot product name. Again, action. Now if I click on an index file, so in this index file, you will see here the name of action we have used is a product with small p. So whatever the name of action you have given here, the same thing you have to add here. That is, action name is product and class you have to run is a product. Again, this success code we have added here. If I go in a product, you will find out here we have used here written success name. Okay, so same thing we have just coordinated here. If the success is there, so which file you have to be run? We are telling that welcome.jsp is to be run. So we are telling that whenever index file has been run, and when a user click on a save button, the action class to be called is a product, and in that which file is going to handle that code is product.java, and if it runs successfully, okay, then output should be shown to the user using jsp.file. So just select this code, and I'm just adding this code inside your struts.xml. Save. Okay, now we have created all the files here. Only the error here is that you will see this error is coming. Again, this error is coming. Okay. Now this is because it is finding some jar files. So last main step is that you have to add some jar file. I will share this jar file in a Google Classroom with you. You just have to copy that all jar files. So now next step that you have to follow is what? So in a Strut folder, now you can download this folder also, or I'm going to share this folder to you. So on an official website, just download all the Strut related jar files. Then select all the jar files and then drag it to the leaf folder. So whenever you drag it, it is going to ask you, you want to copy it. So just select copy and OK. So these many jar files will be added in a leaf folder. So this is our next and last step that we have to follow. So I have already downloaded that files. So I have selected all the files here. Okay. And I am opening here Eclipse. Okay. So in a Eclipse, so this is the important step. Yes. So just select all these jar files and just select this and just copy in this leaf folder. Okay, I'm just repeating the same step again. Okay, don't miss this step. This is the last and important step. So this is my Eclipse which is running. I have just opening a folder where I have extracted all the jar files. Okay, I'm just opening that folder. Now just click Control A, select all the jar file. Okay. Now click on any of the jar file and by just dragging a mouse over this leave folder in your project and just leave it. It is going to give you this two check option button. Select copy to and click on OK. So you will see all this okay. Very sorry, it is has been added in some other file. So I'm just removing this. Okay. Otherwise, I will again drag it and click in a leave folder and clicking on yes to all. Okay. So here our all file has been now added. Okay, so now we'll run this again. Just save this file. Now you will see this error. Whatever error is coming to this tag lib, it has been gone. Now next step is right click on your project name. Then click on run as, click on run on server. So your server should be linked with your Eclipse, which already I have done it, like Tomcat 7. Then select next and click on finish. So here our code has been run. You will find out here like whatever the code we have written in a index.jsp where we have given label should be enter name. And after that there should be text box and the button with a save. So you will see here enter name, text box and save. So if I am giving here name as whatever the name you are giving and just click here save button. So it is going to run now the welcome file. In a welcome file, what we have written, give the message as a welcome and whatever the name user has entered, just show that name. So same it is showing here. So if I just give some other name and click here as a save, it is going to show this same name. I hope the things are clear to you. I will just upload this video also and the jar files required to you. So thank you so much.